to see the quantity of dollars fall even slightly. What we're looking at here is the quantity of Federal Reserve dollars active. And this is M3, there's M1 and M2, and anyway, I'm using M3. Either way, it's just, regardless of which one, it's astounding to see this go lower. At the end, I'll show you, I'll just reach back further in time and you can see the sort of outrageous spikes in the quantity that have occurred. So it went from 21.7 trillion to 21 well, pretty much 21.7, so 21.739, 21.655. Either way, it's unheard of. So the impact it has is that, let's just say someone bought a house here or here or here, they're just expecting prices to continually rise, not because more people are buying housing, that could be happening, but really in inflation, it's prices are for the most part driven by the quantity of money. So someone buys a house here, they expect Federal Reserve to continue to increase the quantity of dollars so that they could sell it at a higher amount. Well, if in fact they wanted to sell it a month later, and if in fact prices reacted immediately to changes in the quantity of money, like gas prices almost do, then that buyer would have lost money if they tried to sell it again. I mean, you get the point, is that sort of we had this crazy inflationary period, and now suddenly, I guess, due to politics or potentially that they can't pass any more deficit spending bills, even though they just did. So I'm not sure. I mean, it's really just unheard of. But another takeaway is, don't count on prices to increase anymore. And also, I don't know, that's just the only point that comes to mind at the moment. But let's just reach back and, let's go back to, here we go. So you can see here the radical rise, and then it, tapers off and actually decreases a little, sort of unheard of. So that means that prices won't necessarily continue to rise. In fact, they might fall. I think during the Depression, basically the quantity of money fell. So, it was basically, it's important to note that when these spikes happen, is that it's artificial spending that gets input into the market. Well, it's not artificial because it's actually real, but like fake spending or not, it's not reliable. In that what they're basically doing is spending everyone's retirement, or anyone who's holding dollar, they're spending those dollars or a portion of that, if you can sort of grasp that. But just the way I'm phrasing it. But basically, they're just sort of spending people's savings, and then they stop, and so sort of businesses sort of start expanding because they're like, oh my God, there's so much more demand, or I sell shrubs, and suddenly everybody wants to buy more shrubs. Well, in fact, it's actually just because of this excessive extra spending that's being put into the market. So they, expand to 5 more locations to manage the greater amount of shrub buying, and then suddenly they stop increasing the quantity of money. So this business can actually go out of business because they've outlaid so much into new locations that now there's no need for it, because Federal Reserve and the government, through deficit spending, are no longer spending people's retirement. But back to the main point, as I said, is that it's just sort of unheard of. And like, that's basically what sort of the shrub business might be looking at, is that they're expecting things to continue to rise, and suddenly, oh my God, they're actually going down. So, yeah, hope this helps.